Hey, Stroke Lines, and today I don't know what I was doing, but I had this idea. Hey, it'd be cool to be able to have a list of words that you are trying to learn. And so let's say for whatever reason you pick, you find a list of words that you're trying to either learn the definition or synonyms or something like that. And so when I got home, I found this list of 100 words to make you sound smart. Obviously, I need these desperately. So I came in here and I copied them and then I pasted them into site. So here, this is the words. And then I went in Studio and actually borrowed from the script I have. But so here's the URL. Here's the path to the file. I stored that in file path. And then what I needed to do is I needed to know how many, in this case we know it's 100, so I could have put 100 right here. It doesn't change. But what I wanted was it to dynamically look at this file and say how many rows are there. Okay, then pick a random number between 1 and the last number. And so that's what gets stored here in AA. The last row number gets stored there. And then I say now go pick a random number, store it as random row, and then go back and open that same file and go to that random row and read the word that's there and store it in Word. And so whatever's in that line it'll be Word. Of course, it could be more than one word, but because I'm not checking that, but we assume we got the data right. And then I just went and found a Google search. So I came, let's do this. Maybe something like this. I was doing some searching and I came up and, what word do I want for, let's say taco. And then I just looked at the URL and said, okay, let's take that. Let's take everything left here. I think I got rid of, there were a couple other things that didn't seem like we would need. And I don't know if we need everything that's there. So obviously we could still get rid of maybe some of the other stuff like this OQ and UTIF-8. Some of the words might have that in there. So I probably would leave that in there. But let's go ahead and run this now. And it's going to go pick a word, go look it up. Oh, wow, look at that. So my UTF-8 didn't hold because the deja vu didn't come through. So that is interesting. Oh, you know what, though? All right, let me see here. File, encoding. Nope, encoding UTF-8. Let's try and change that. But it's weird because I see they look fine here. Unfortunately, let's do this. I'm going to copy this row, create a new one. File, save as, and I'm gonna put a 1 here. So save it. Now this way, it's always going to pull that 1, right? So I'm just stacking the deck here. So I'm going to put a 1 here. Oh, you know, let's go back in here. File, encoding. Yeah, see, it didn't encode in UTF-8 with bomb. Save it, and then run it. And there we go. So that was it. So that fixed it. I just had to save the file in UTF-8 formatting. I thought I had it in sight to always default to that. Apparently something's wrong with my setting. But that's it. So it's a cool little script that I could then have a hotkey to run this when I say, hey, I want to learn a new word. And it also, I left this just in here. This next one copies it to the clipboard. So if I paste, I can use it somewhere. But I could have stored the variable for Word and just shoved it in the clipboard instead of using Word. I could have put clipboard here and here. Then it would already be on the clipboard. But I wanted to make it easy to say, hey, you know what? I don't really want to push it into the clipboard. I haven't quite decided yet which way I'd rather do that. I figured, well, you know what? For people who don't do this a lot, it's easier just to comment this out if you don't want to do that. So anyway, thought that was a fun little idea for a script. Cheers.